curious, because you portrayed a couple of iconic characters. I mean, yeah, you know which one I'm talking about, but who is your own personal favorite?
For me, it's got to be Maz Kanata. Definitely. She's such a wise character to play, and working alongside lots of historic cast, being part of history, and for me, getting to hold the actual lightsaber was one of the biggest things ever. And if I hadn't got a chance to play this character, I would never have been able to hold the lightsaber.
So you actually held the lightsaber. Were there just one of the lightsaber, or were there plenty?
The
lightsaber.
The.
Oh, that's all. That's worth an applause, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, while we're talking about the lightsaber and props, have you ever kept any prop from any production?
I wish I could say that I had, because then, I'd probably sell them and buy houses all over the world, go and live in Hollywood, and I can dream on. But unfortunately, I've not. They're very strict about us handing things back, and they count everything. And I do remember when I was working on Harry Potter, this being my first film that I worked on, towards the end of filming, they would actually stop and check everyone's cars in the boot to see if they had any props or anything. So yeah, I don't have anything, I'm afraid.
Well, while we're talking about filming and prop making, motion capture, etc., I actually heard that you were too tall to play Rocket. Is that true?
So Rocket Raccoon was approximately 3'8". I'm 4 foot tall. So I wore a very flattering costume, a green suit and blue suit, which enabled me to do the reference movement. But as an eye line, I had to wear a picture of Rocket Raccoon here. So because he was that tall on me. So yeah, that was quite funny actually. And I do remember, this was at the beginning of filming, and I don't know if you remember in the film, there's a scene where they've been caught, and when you're in jail and you're standing in a line and there's different heights of everybody. So I don't know whether this is in behind the scenes, I'm not sure. But at that point, I didn't have to wear a picture of Rocket Raccoon here, because they were still trying to figure out, maybe Arti can just wear the green suit and blue suit and we can figure out Rocket's size. But they also had to cover my head, and they forgot to put eyes in it. So I couldn't even see what I was doing. So I actually remember on that particular day, they put the head on me, and somebody from wardrobe pulled it and tried to cut the eyes. I was sitting there thinking, no, don't cut my eyelashes. I got really scared. Mm-hmm. But afterwards they realized, yes, Arti needs to be able to see where she's going. So they made sure I had eyes. And then they also realized, we do need to know Rocket's actual size. So they thought of, let's make her wear a picture of Rocket Raccoon here.
So Rocket Raccoon was shorter than you.
Yes,
and when we're talking about Vin Diesel and Grohl, did he have anything for the eye line?
So Vin Diesel wasn't actually on set when we were filming. He was. He did all the lines, the numerous lines he had to learn in post-production. But there was a movement guy called Christian. I've forgotten his surname. It begins with a G. So try and look him up. But he was a movement specialist, and again, he wore a green suit and blue suit like I did. However, he was obviously shorter than Groot. So, Groot's face, they actually made a wooden face of Groot, which Christian had to wear on his head to give him the actual height. So, there's a lot of improvisation and creativityness that comes into it.
This is great memories that you're sharing with us. Thank you for that. And ladies and gentlemen, isn't that worth an applause?
Thank you.
And while we're talking about filming, I know that you are filming Kindred Spirits right now, and it's about to be released next year.
Yes.
What can you tell us about that film?
So Kindred Spirits is known as an independent British film. So as I'm used to working on huge international films. This is a local film being filmed in London, and it's about somebody who can read the future, who can read minds and things. And I play a mother in the film, and I have an adopted daughter, and my daughter looks nothing like me. Obviously, she's so much taller than me. I'm of Indian origin, and my daughter is not. And she finds out that she's adopted, but she never realised. I mean, by looking at the two of us, she would have thought, oh, I don't look anything like my mother. But she, found out through one of the spirit people that she's adopted. So it's a comedy. It's very funny. So I will be posting about it when it's due for release. And I finished filming just recently, so it was a lot of fun. So yeah.
Yeah, well, talking recently, I know actually that something happened recently, like in the end of last week. You had your birthday.
Yes, I did. So I celebrated in Sweden. My birthday was on Friday, and it was a special birthday. I'm not going to tell you how old I am. We can take some bets, and if anyone gets it right, I'll give you a prize. But no, it was lovely, being away and spending it with some cool people. We were actually staying not far from here, and then we went across on the ferry and saw Hamlet's castle and had food in the hotel and stuff. It was very nice, and I think it's something I'll always remember, being here. So yeah, it's been great.
I'll try to see if I can make something more for you to remember. Because in Sweden we usually sing when people have their birthday. So what do you say, audience? Shall we sing Ja må hon leva in Swedish? Okay, are we ready? Ja må hon leva, ja må hon leva, ja må hon leva ut i 100 år. Ja visst ska hon leva, ja visst ska hon leva, ja visst ska hon leva ut i 100 år. Ett fyrfaldigt levande för Arti. Hon lever! Hipp hipp! Hurra! 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 Hurra!
Thank you so much. I'm blushing.
Well, allow me to quote. Hard work, sheer determination and self-belief.
Yes.
I must say you have a great motto.
Thank you very much.
So, I'm curious to know, when did you came up with that motto?
I'd say it was probably in the mid-late, I'd say around 2007, 8. I feel with anything there is always hard work and sheer determination. And I've learned that if you don't believe in yourself, how can you expect anyone else to believe in you? And no matter what we do in life and what we look like or anything, always believe in yourself. There's nothing that you cannot do. Always put your mind to it, and hard work definitely pays off. So always believe in yourself.
That's good, and that's worth an applaud, isn't it? Come on. I know you even raise money for Bliss.
Yes.
Can you please tell us what is Bliss all about?
Okay, Bliss is a British charity for premature babies. So it raises awareness of what's involved in special care that babies need who are born early or sometimes too sick, or they say too soon. And with my work through filming and conventions, etc., I collect for charity and I donate to them. And I always wanted to do something for charity, but I wanted to do something that meant something to me. And I myself was born 6 weeks early, so that means a lot to me. And I've been a fighter from day one, and I'd love to raise more awareness for this great cause.
Yeah, worth a vote, exactly. Well, I saw on your Instagram account that you were cosplayed as Han Solo.
Yeah.
Are you often cosplaying?
That was actually I normally get paid to cosplay, don't I? Well, working in films, but that was actually the first time I did cosplay as such. We had Oh my gosh, my mind's gone blank. Secret Cinema in the UK. I don't know if you've heard of Secret Cinema. So it's a big event where it's in a secret location. You don't know anything about it, but you were told what the film is all about. So they show the film, and then sometimes they reenact certain scenes from the film. And myself and my husband both decided to dress up. And I thought, I'm short, I could go as a Jawa or this or that. I thought, no, why don't I do something different? And I thought, yeah, Han Solo. And then, I get to hold a gun, that kind of thing. Why not? It wasn't a real gun. I don't believe in gun violence.
Yeah, but I think the costume looked beautiful.
Thank you. I actually did it myself. So I had this little waistcoat, but I tweaked it, bought a top, and I tweaked it. And I had my blue jeans, and I bought some red thread, a thick strip to put across. But on Han Solo's trousers, it's got black marks going down it. So I was precise with the permanent marker, and making sure I did all the black lines and everything correctly. It was loads of fun.
Hours and hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and talking about making stuff, I think while you were filming, were there any memorable pranks that you experienced somehow, or that you saw that you would like to share with us?
Prank. Well, what I would often do is, I don't know. Okay, do you want to stand up?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so you don't know I'm behind you, okay? So if I do this, you turn around that way, but I would hide, and then you turn around the other way. See, and that's what I used to do to everyone, and nobody could find me. Like, who is that? Where? I would do that a lot, but.
That's very funny, I would say.
When you don't expect it, watch out for me, any one of you.
So we're probably gonna come by your table and have some pranks then.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm curious to know as well, who is your biggest source of inspiration?
I'd say my husband.
That's worth an applaud, isn't it? Because I know he's hiding, listening, probably blushing right now. Yeah, well, I've been asking you a lot of questions, and you probably heard a lot of questions from fans. So I'm very, very curious to know, which question are you most fed up with?
Can you tell us about what happens in episode 8? Are you going to be in episode 8? Can I tell you the answer? Oh, I don't know, and I'm not allowed to say. Or, I think that's it. Yeah, or what are you working... I mean, no, that's a good question to ask. What are you working on next? Because it's important for you guys to know, but we sign all these documents, they're called non-disclosure agreements, and we're literally signing our lives away that, whatever we work on, we're not allowed to tell anybody. So I often have a habit, especially on episode 7, I forgot everything that I just filmed. So when the film came out, it was a surprise. And then also not talking about it, when the film comes out, you guys won't really know much about it, and it'll be exciting, not knowing. I mean, that's the whole thing about going to see a new film.
I actually heard that while filming, you got the script on black paper with red ink. Is that true?
It was red paper with black ink.
Oh, it was opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to leave it by the end of the day?
Yes. I don't know if you remember in school, you would have a register with your name and the teacher would sign you in. So it's a similar kind of thing. Once they've given you your sides for the day, the script for the day, they would tick that you've received it and you'd sign for it. And then once they've collected it, they would tick that they've received it. So, things have changed so much, and, and it's got in each actor's name on the actual script. So if it did go missing, or if anybody found it, or it was on the internet, that person would probably never work again.
Wow, that's gotta be hard to learn all lines in that way. Was it the same on Guardians of the Galaxy, or was that more easy security?
It was the same. It was the same. Yeah.
Cool. So, if you were to choose one role, anyone, in any film, to play, in a film to be or a film that has been,
Yeah.
which role would you prefer to play?
Any film, anything. I can be
Anything.
anything I want to.
Yeah, exactly. Anything. Your dream
Oh.
roles.
Maybe a mad scientist. That'd be quite cool, you know. I could do loads of experiments and get to wear a crazy wig. Crazy wig and a white coat. That'd be a lot of fun, actually.
And some goggles in the forehead.
Yeah. Take some inspiration from Maz's wardrobe. The goggles.
Yeah, well, we're talking about Maz. I was curious, if you would describe J.J. Abrams' way of directing with one word, what would it be?
Visionary.
And why visionary?
When he's talking to you, when he's talking to anybody, you can actually, he captivates you, he engages you, and you can actually see what he wants to do. And all of his ideas are so good, and he's such a great person as well. And you know, he would talk to everybody as an equal. And I would just say that his ideas and how he puts things together is phenomenal.
Cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are kind of running out of time. I mean, 20 minutes goes by.
Is it 20 minutes already?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Time sure to fly when you're having fun, right?
Yeah.
So, now's the chance if you have any question to ask.
I don't bite.
Otherwise, I'll ask as a final question.
Yes.
The best memory of any production that you've been participating in, which is that memory? The first that comes to mind.
The moment I held the lightsaber. Seriously, I can't get that out of my head. And also, we were filming one day, and I would have to pay a lot of attention as to what's going on and what I'm doing next with the scene. And in one particular scene, there were stormtroopers and Chewbacca, and I literally sat there and did this. I pinched myself. I will never forget that, thinking to myself, am I really working on a Star Wars film? You know, as a fan, I'm totally humbled to have been involved in it and to help make part of history. So that I will never ever forget.
Have you told Jonas that?
Oh, is he here? No, don't tell him.
Cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have to round up, unfortunately. But thank you so much, Arti. So, ladies and gentlemen, a big applause for Arti Shah.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.